Luke chapter 16. But he also said to the learning ones, there was once a rich human who had a dwelling law guardian, and this one was described to him as reprehensible, as thoroughly dispersing his possessions. And letting resound a call to him, he said, what is this I hear concerning you? Give the reckoning that concerns your guardship of the dwelling law. For not any longer are you still able to guard the dwelling law. But the dwelling law guardian said in himself, what should I do since my Lord will removingly put away from me the guardship of the dwelling law? To shovel I am not strong. To beg I am put to shame. I knew what I must do so that when, as it were, I will be transplaced out of the guardship of the dwelling law, they will receive me into their own dwelling sites. And calling each of the money debtors of his Lord, he said to the foremost one, how much are you indebted to my Lord? But he said to him, 100 baths of oil. But he said to him, receive your debt writing as one taking seat. Quickly write 50. Thereupon he said to an ulterior one, but you, how much are you indebted? And he said, 100 cors of grain. But he said to him, receive your debt writings and write 80. And the Lord praised on the dwelling law guardian of the unrighteousness that he did it so sober-mindedly, since the sons of this eon are more sober-minded than the sons of the light towards their own generation. And I say to you, make friends for yourselves out by giving away the mammon of the unrighteousness, so that when, as it were, it is deficient out, they may receive you, taking you into the Aeonian tents. The faithing one in the least is also faithing in much, and the one unrighteous in the least is also unrighteous in much. Hence, if you have not become faithing ones in your dealings with the unrighteous mammon, who will infate to you that which is true? And if you, in your dealings with strange possessions, have not become faithing ones, who will give you yours, yea, yours? Not one dwelling servant is able to slave two lords, for if he will hate the one, he will love the ulterior one, and he will uphold one, and will despise the ulterior one. Not are you able to slave God and simultaneously the mammon. But all this the silver befriended Pharisees as possessing ones heard, and they outmocked him. And he said to them, you are the ones justifying yourselves in the eye of the human, but God knows your hearts, since that being high in humans' eyes is an abomination in the eye of God. The law and the prophets long extending unto John, from then on is the regency of God well announced. But it is easier for the heaven and the earth land to come pass by, than one hornlet of the law falls. Everyone unloosening his wife and marrying an ulterior one, he does commit adultery. And everyone marrying one having been unloosened from a man, he does commit adultery. But there was once a rich human, and he was slipped in over with twofold raiment, with purple and batiste, as one being accordingly daily brightly well-minded. But a poor one by the name Lazarus had been cast at his gate, as having been fraught with suppurations, and desiring to be satiated from the leftovers falling from the rich one's table, but also the mongrels as coming licked on his suppurations. But it came to be that the poor one deadened away, and he was carried away by the angels into Abraham's body bay. But also the rich one deadened away, and he was entombed. And lifting on up his eyes in Hades, as one below origin beginning in torments, he sees Abraham from afar and Lazarus in his body bays. And he says as one letting resound a call, Father Abraham, have mercy on me, and send Lazarus so that he may dip the tip of his finger in water and cool my tongue, since I am pained in this flame. But Abraham said, Child, be reminded that you took away your good in your life, and likewise Lazarus took the badness. But now he is beside called here, but you are pained. And in all this, a great chasm has been firmed up between us and you, so that those wanting to step through from here to you are not able, but also not from there come through to the beyond to us. But he said, Hence, I ask of you, Father, that you send him into the dwelling site of my father. For I have 5 brothers, so that he may thoroughly give them testimony, lest also they come into this place of torment. But Abraham said, They have Moses and the prophets. Let them hear them. But he said, Still is it not so, Father Abraham? But so someone rises from the died ones coming to them, they will co-think. But he said to him, If they do not hear Moses and the prophets, then they will also not be made compliant. So someone rises out from the died ones.